What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today you're gonna Corte. Today you guys are gonna see us work on the Ford. A lot of you guys have been bugging about this video, and I get it. You guys want to see everything, but you guys gotta be patient, please. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're a reviewer, thank you. We truly appreciate you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And by the way, guys, for any work inquiries, please shoot me a message on Instagram at jstcustoms, or send me an email at jstcustoms@gmail.com. It's really that simple. I'm not gonna sit here and respond to how much this, how much that here on YouTube. It's, I'm not gonna do that. Thank you guys anyways. Make sure you watch the whole video. All right, guys. So now that Amanda went ahead and painted this for us, he's gonna go ahead and start getting the bushings installed on the links. As you guys can see, he gave it a couple of coats of satin black. That's why it is messy down there. But he's gonna go ahead and start assembling the links, and then I'll put you guys on a time lapse whenever he's putting it together. So, in one of the last videos, I had somebody ask why we used bushings instead of heim joints. And really, there's no reason why. We use a polyurethane. They don't always need to be heim joints. And these do ride better. They feel better. The only time we do use a heims or whenever they have crazy flex, or if we're going to put them on the track bar. Another thing is, I saw somebody ask why not make them adjustable. Really, the only reason you make them adjustable is simply that, for adjustment. But if you don't need them adjustable, they don't have to be adjustable. We've done setups where they're adjustable before and they never get touched, so it's like there's no point in making them adjustable if it's not gonna get moved. Does that make sense? Another thing is we've got our setups pretty dialed in, so they don't need to be adjustable, because we don't leave something a quarter inch off to the point where you gotta adjust it, or even an inch off like I've seen in the past. But we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys one link, and then I'm just gonna show you guys how to actually install these, and then I'll have Mondo do this behind the cameras, and then I'll put him on time lapse whenever he's gonna install the links. All right, so this is pretty straightforward, guys. You grab some WD-40, lube it up, and then you smack it up there. And then same thing on the other side. Smack it in. And that's what you want to see. You want them both touching. And then you got some more WD-40. And then you smack this bad boy in. That's simple, guys. That's how we set up the links. Now he's got to do the rest of them. So there is a bunch of parts, guys, that we did not record. Unfortunately, I just wasn't recording all the time. But, you guys wanted to see it, so I had to make sure to put this video up because you guys wanted to see it, All right, guys. So as y'all can see, the mechanic went ahead and installed the motor already. So now that he went ahead and bolted it up and everything, he's gonna finish doing what he's doing, and then now we can actually go ahead and finish installing the control room kit that we got, so that we can keep on moving forward on this truck. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see updates on this, but this is why we're on standby. The motor blew up. It was already blown up, I guess. And when we turned it on after we finished the back, it looked like a freight train. It was just a bunch of white smoke. So we've been waiting on this. He finally dropped it off, and here it is. It's installed already. So we're gonna keep things going. After he's done doing this, I'll go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse and show you guys when Lalo is over here installing the kit that we have for it. And I've seen some rusty stuff before, guys, but it took us 3 screwdrivers and a lot of prying just to get this thing off. Está todo lleno de... ¿Cómo se dice rust en español? ¿Sarro? No, right? It's rust. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice rust en español? ¿Sarro? ¿No? El punto es, raza, que mire, está todo oxidado. La troca se cansa, si hay mucha sal, nieve, ya ven. Dame. Alright, guys, so Lalo's been cutting on this truck, as you guys saw. We're trying to get the tubs mounted in there. We did notice that we are going to have to take the dash off. You know, we try to get away with it because on a previous truck we did before. But we're just going to have to take it off because, like on the Chevys, the AC box hits, go figure, I guess. The biggest you can run on these with the AC box hitting is a 24. So in case you guys are wondering that, 24 is the biggest you can do on this without the AC box hitting. We've done it before, so don't tell me it can't be done. So, come on. Anyways, Big Sexy is gonna go ahead and start getting this dashboard with Lalo. Big Sexy dice que se la pela, a ver si es cierto. ¿Ya cuántos videos de YouTube miraste en cómo quitar el tablero, güey?
1.5.
1.5. A ver si es cierto. Alright, we're gonna put you guys on a time lapse. You guys are gonna see the guys take this dash off to see how much they struggle. Alright, guys, so I'm not even gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed. I guess YouTube actually works, right, Big Sexy?
1.5 videos. We
1.5 videos. Wow. Now Lalo can go ahead and finish up cutting over there. Y'all see that over there? The mock-up tub. He can finish cutting it out, and then we can clean it up and get it ready for a firewall. And yeah. It's kind of gay, bro. Alright guys, so y'all check this out. Lalo's been working on this on the firewall, the whole front actually. You guys have seen some of that already. We're getting it pretty dialed in. We're gonna make this truck turn low. As you guys can see, he is tucking tire and he does get full lock to lock right there. Right now you can see that he touches the frame. Same thing on the other side, touches the frame. Obviously, if he's a good driver and he's had a back truck before, you know, you don't have to go all the way. We're gonna show you guys that right now. Levántala.
All the way?
Yeah, dale para arriba, güey, para que that way they can see, like, basically air it out. If you really wanted to, if he knows how to drive a back truck, you should be able to. Bájala poquita. Like, for example, hold the fender where it needs to be at. Right there. So right there, he's touching the fender right there. And that already has a bunch of turn. And then obviously the other way, he's hitting the frame. And I know you guys are probably wondering why it hits one side and not the other. It's pretty simple. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention, but these trucks aren't straight. The fenders aren't flat. They actually curve inward towards the front. And the back, the same thing. But like that, he can still go cruising really all the way aired out. He can still go cruising forward. But as you guys can see, he's still pretty low. Dile tú, dile. Dile, a ver, Lalo, ahora explícale tú en español. ¿Qué es lo que hiciste? A ver. ¿Qué es lo que estábamos haciendo, Lalo? Explícales. Y en español.
No, pues estamos cortando la pared.
Estamos dándole vuelta al ring.
Vuelta al ring.
Ahorita la.
No, estábamos cortando la pared. Pues para que el cliente pueda darle vuelta bajita la troca. ¿Ya?
Y enséñales cómo para un lado pega y por el otro lado no. Pero ahorita les dices por qué, también así como yo les dije.
Como dijo José, estas trocas no están derechas. En la punta de frente se reduce más angostas. Y pues, estando el fender aquí donde va, para dar vuelta a la derecha, pega en el chasis. Pero para la izquierda, tiene cierto
límite, tiene cierto límite para que no vayas a dañar el fender.
Pero ahí está la troca bajita y puede dar vuelta.
Y eso es mucha vuelta, miren. Ahí no está pegando ni la pared, ni en el hydro boost. Sí, es mucha vuelta, güey, mira. Seguimos avanzando. If you watch the whole video, guys, thank you. We truly appreciate you guys. The next video, you guys are gonna see after hours suspension single cab. The one that we posted on Instagram the other day. Like I said, if you're new, welcome. If you're return viewer, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We out.